Now, one of the biggest perfumers and one of the most accomplished perfumers of our time is Alberto Morillas. He is a perfumer based out of Firmenich, and he has composed so many incredible designer and niche fragrances throughout the years. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the 10 Alberto Morillas fragrances I think you should own, and if at the very least I think you should try them. I'm excited to share this list with you, so make sure to stay tuned. Before I begin the video and I tell you all about these 10 fragrances composed by master perfumer Alberto Morillas, I think you should try all of the fragrances on this list if you haven't already done so. And he has done so many fragrances, it was almost impossible to make this video. I do want to start things off by mentioning that if you are a fan of fragrance related content, please do consider supporting this channel by subscribing to it. Hit that bell icon so you could be notified whenever I do upload future videos to the channel, and I upload on a daily basis. And also give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it or if you took something of value from today's episode. Now, there are so many fragrances composed by Alberto Morillas, so many that I couldn't even put into this video because I limited it to 10 fragrances. And he has done, I'm sure, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of fragrances, and so to try to limit it to 10 was a Herculean task, almost impossible, but I've done it. And these are just fragrances that I personally love, and I think everybody here should know about these fragrances. If you haven't tried them already, I think you should. And we'll start things off with a classic, that classic being Acqua di Gio by Giorgio Armani. This fragrance came out in the mid-90s. Alberto Morillas is the mastermind behind this lime and jasmine fragrance. Very clean, very aquatic. It also has K-Lone in here, which gives it that sea salty, fresh, oceanic vibe. Personally love this one, and I'm pretty sure everybody here is familiar with Acqua di Gio by Giorgio Armani. And then he's also done Profumo, Acqua di Gio Profumo. This is an amazing fragrance as well. This one has a darker patchouli in there. So it has the DNA of Acqua di Gio, but it actually takes things in a more mature, darker, more grown-up way. And so if this one is a little bit more on the youthful, more casual side of things, this one dresses it up a little bit. Very well done. So this is one designer brand here, Giorgio Armani. Of course, we also have the brand of Gucci. There's Gucci Guilty Absolute, which is really unique. Not one of my favorites. There's Gucci Guilty Oud, which is a beautiful fruity oud, jammy rose kind of a scent. Well, the one that we're talking about here today is called The Last Day of Summer. This is a cypress and vetiver fragrance. Really classy, really mature, really sophisticated and refined. A touch of smoke in there as well. He's actually done a darker expression called a Midnight Stroll. That one is also a Gucci fragrance. This is definitely on the more wearable side of things, but a very unique fragrance, and one that I think everybody should check out, especially if you want to familiarize yourself with Alberto Morillas' catalog of releases. This one is one you should certainly check out. Now we're getting into another designer brand. I know Jacques Cavallier has made so many fragrances for this brand, but the one we're talking about now is Bvlgari Man in black. Now he's done, I'm sure, Wood Essence and Neroli Essence and the Extreme version and the original, but I love this one, Bvlgari Man in black. This is like a darker, slightly spicier spice bomb by Viktor and Rolf. You got the cinnamon, you got the pink pepper, you got that tobacco vibe in here. Really elegant, mature, dressed up. Love the way the bottle looks with the rose gold hardware. I think it's such a cool fragrance. One of my favorites, and this is actually one that I haven't spoken about on this channel in a long time, but this is one that works a little bit better in the colder weather. So one of the reasons why I'm not really going to be wearing it anytime soon, but once the autumn hits, I'm definitely going to be pulling it back out. And then, I don't know if you know this or not, he's actually done a fragrance as well for the house of Inicio Parfum, and this one is called Blessed Baraka. Now, this is kind of like a more floral take on Leighton by Parfum de Marly. So conveniently, I have the notes located on the back here because it's a tester. You have white flowers, sandalwood, captive wood, vanilla, and musk. So it does actually take things in a sweeter direction. It has the vanilla in the base. There's a spicy texture about it, but it's that white floral accord that really opens up the composition and perhaps makes it even a little bit more sensual and a little bit more unisex than something like a Leighton by Parfums de Marly. But Blessed Baraka is an awesome fragrance. One of my favorites from the brand Inicio, right behind Side Effect and a couple others. And then of course we have a fragrance from his own brand. This is going to be one of my most worn fragrances this summer, I guarantee you. This one is called Blue Gin. Now this is a take on gin and tonic. There's a lot of juniper berry in here. There's a lot of citrus in here. Very bright, very lively. Love this stuff so much. If you're looking for something that's a little bit darker, another fragrance from his own brand. This one is called Ambre Magique, and the brand of course is called Mise en Cire. This one is also from the same brand, Mise en Cire. Here's a spicy amber, combination of resins, a touch of vanilla, very balsamic and rich, and also on the warmer and more sensual side of things. Again, this one is going to be a little bit better for the colder weather. Blue Gin is going to be great for the warm weather. Now we're getting into another niche brand. This is a brand based out of Italy. This is one of my favorite fragrances ever. It happens to be my scent of the day. Eau d'Italie. This is called Acqua Decima. The name translates to the 10th water. I believe it's because this was the 10th fragrance that they released, pardon me. And this one is lemon, citrus, mint with a dry down of clean professional vetiver. This fragrance is amazing. This fragrance gets compared to Eau d'Orange Vert by Hermes. I would compare it to that. It also gets compared to 1861 Renaissance by Xerjoff. Incredible fragrance. This brand has some of my favorite fragrances, from Bois d'Ombry to Jardin du Poète to this fragrance. Great stuff. And we have two more in this list, and they're kind of a couple. The first one that I want to talk about, okay, I might as well talk about this one first. Versace Dylan Blue. Amazing, clean, refined, office-friendly, professional, youthful, and modern take on this sort of aquatic genre. And of course, Dylan Blue is a flanker to the ever popular and the fragrance that is currently sitting in the #1 spot. I think everybody should own this fragrance. I don't just think you should sample it, I think you should own it. Versace Purom. What a classic. One of my most complimented fragrances ever. One of the easiest blind buys, one of the safest blind buys. I always recommend sampling, but you can't go wrong with Versace Purom. The citrus, the clean, aquatic, oceanic vibe of this fragrance, right next to fragrances like Acqua di Gio or even Nautica Voyage, which I know is a Maurice Roussel fragrance. Those fragrances are so easy to wear, really easy to reach for, Swiss Army knife types of fragrances. So is this one. This is one of my wife's favorite fragrances of all time on me. I have gotten so many compliments wearing it, and if you don't own this fragrance, now is absolutely the right time to get this fragrance. Now is the start of summer. You need to have this one in your collection, and just brings back so many positive memories. Versace Purom. If you're interested in sampling or purchasing any of these fragrances, links are going to be down below in the description box. Thank you all so much for joining me today. Here we have just 10 incredible fragrances by master perfumer Alberto Morillas, and there are so many others, so many more from the house of Gucci, and I also love Givenchy Pie, and there's just way too many to name, but here are 10 that I think are noteworthy and ones you should check out and perhaps even own. Thank you for joining me. If you enjoyed this video, please do consider supporting the channel by subscribing to it. Make sure to hit that bell icon so you could be notified whenever I do upload future videos to the channel. And of course, give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it or if you learned something today. Thanks again for watching. Love you all, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.